I was muted. Good evening, everyone. So, Lord of the Night was cut short tonight. It was only about an hour long. It was just Scribe tonight, and I guess Sansa wasn't feeling well. I mean, Scribe said that Sansa was feeling under the weather. I can only assume that that means he wasn't feeling well. Uh, he also said that there might not be a Lords of the Night tomorrow. He might just take the night off if Sansa is still not feeling well. Sucks for Sansa. I really hope he feels better soon. And since Lords of the Night ended early tonight, uh, I just decided to stream myself. I mean, I was going to stream tonight anyway because I did want to talk about um, Steven Crowder versus Ethan Klein. Like, I know that this subject has been talked about to death. It's been talked about to death at this point. We'll get to that in a second, though. So nobody's in chat. No one's watching. Yeah, I hope Satsu isn't. I hope the sickness isn't anything too serious. I don't know. I don't know if chat found out, or if chat knew about it beforehand. You probably just told Scribe before, I don't know. And I can't ask how anyone is since there's nobody in chat. Fun. I almost didn't want to do this live stream. Partly because I knew nobody would watch. I mean, I already started. There's no reason to stop now. I didn't even pay much attention to Lords of the Night, so I was confused as to why question time was early, I guess. I mean, that's what I think, because I thought I was taking questions before moving on to I honestly don't know, because I know there were two articles that Scribe chose, so I thought I was going to get to the other news stories from the hashtag. I thought I was going to get to more of those tonight, since it was just him, and then I find out that he just talks about, like, Star Wars or something, and then I hear questions being asked, and I thought, oh, I don't need to watch this. It's probably just a transition. I'll come back in a little bit. And then he said that's gonna wrap it up for him. Yeah, just a confusing night for me overall since I wasn't paying much attention. Poor Scribe, poor Satsu. Sorry. Hi. Do something real quick for a second. How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, there we go. Peter, sign like Haley 313. Nothing much, I'm just streaming since last night ended early. And I know it's gonna be a while until Minions of the Zoo starts. An hour and 2 minutes from now. So for anyone just coming in, you're not really missing much since I didn't really say anything. All I said was, I feel bad for Scribe and Satsu. Felt bad for Scribe because he had to run the show alone. And it wasn't that long of a show. And I feel bad for Satsu because he's not feeling well. So yeah, I know that everybody already talked about, or a lot of people already talked about Steven Cracker and the um, I can't. Ethan Klein. Why did I already forget? Yeah, he can. That's why antioxidants is so great. I didn't even know he was gonna end so soon. His TEDx's are a little over an hour usually. His Sunday streams are usually an hour and a half. I don't know why he just stopped this at an hour. I guess he just didn't have much else to say. I don't know, I wasn't paying too much attention. But yeah, Scribe can hold down a stream on his own a lot better than I could. I suck at that. Well, he also has chat interaction. That definitely helps a lot. Because I know Scribe and Ranting are able to hold streams well on their own. Uh, Ranting, Scribe, and Jack. Anyone can as long as there's a lot of people in chat, because that serves as interaction. So how are you, Pete? I don't even know how long I'm gonna go live for. I didn't even think about that because I don't know. I titled the stream of because the title of I don't know. There wasn't even an intro tonight for Lords of the Night, which was pretty. Uh, it was just odd that he didn't. I wouldn't exactly say it's off-putting. I'm good, thanks. M8's smile, having a pretty chill day so far. Oh right, because I was gonna ask so far. But then I remembered. Oh yeah, it's Australia. It's probably noon over there. Hi, Kiev. I'm streaming because Lords of the Night ended soon, and yeah. So, like I told Pete, for those of you just coming in, you didn't miss much. It's just I don't know. So, how's your third day at work, Kiev? Yeah, I know. M8 equals me. I just like saying M8. Oh my God, are you okay? I hope you're okay, Kiev. And Pete says hi, Kiev. Last till you're fine, Kiev. I hope everything goes well. Alright, now let's get to the title of the stream. So it pretty much saved the. I was looking at the Steven Crowder and Ethan Klein dilemma. I'll just call it. Uh, I argued Ethan's fanboys, and they are disingenuous. They just can't argue. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to. Um, they're like edgy 13-year-olds, so they don't really have any good arguments. You're fine, Keeve. It's you're fine. I don't know. I just saved a few on a playlist because I don't know. So let's take a look at. I didn't even know why I saved the ones that I did. I did it blindly, I guess. So this one's called "The Moment Steven Crowder Knew He Messed Up," which I don't believe there are winners. Yeah, because Ethan Klein, he didn't even show up to the debate, and I don't even watch Steven Crowder. I just know that there are no winners in this dilemma. Uh, the point in time, Stephen. Uh, at this point, oh, um, clipped from. Oh, the Crowder Klein thing is a S show and a half, and it was glorious. This other one is titled "Same Cedar versus Cold Feet." Yeah, that's one of the annoying insults that Ethan's fanboys are using. Cold Feet Crowder. Oh, yeah, I'm so edgy and fun. So many of them called him that, and it wasn't even funny the first time, and now it's just pathetic. Little B-boy Steven Crowder ducking a debate with Sam Cedar, posted by Gabriel, and um, comments. LMAO, Sam Cedar literally murdered Crowder and he didn't even say a word. Um, I'm pretty sure Steven's still alive. I don't think he'd actually literally murdered him. Sam Cedar, soulless destroyer, the right to be feared and not debated. Colby Crowder said he respects the people that enter the arena unless it's Sam. They were monitoring Sam Cedar's life. Sam, hi. Colby Crowder, why you bully? Oh my god, that is so cringe. So yeah, this is one example of Ethan's fanboys. I think, yeah, Sam Cedar has annoying fanboys of his own. If Sam an idiot, then the debate could be a layup, right? Hashtag Colby Crowder. Crowder just hardcore malding. Lol, coward Crowder has been unmasked. He hurt Dog, don't ask him if he's okay. Steven Crowder, if Shane Dawson did politics. That's actually Phil DeFranco. Yeah, so that's just one example of his annoying fanboys. I'll post a link to this in the chat in case you want to dislike the video or argue or whatever. There you go. You're fine, Keeve. Oh, that's just Pete talking to Keeve. I don't need to read that. This one has no description or comments. Alright. So here's one from Black Conservative Perspective. It's called Ethan Klein of H3H3 Chickens Out of Debating Steven Crowder in the Most Cowardly Way Possible. There's actually truth to that. It's more... Oh, I already downloaded the video. So many sycophants in his comments section. I know. I mean... I'll say this now. Steven Crowder isn't really helping his own public image. However, Ethan's fanboys and Sam's fanboys, they really don't acknowledge anything from I don't know, because if Steven's a coward for running away, if he's a coward who has cold feet, what does that make Ethan? Why are they not saying anything about Ethan? Because Ethan didn't even show up. He just, to use Steven's fans' terminology, he just threw Sam Cedar like he's a Pokemon. Sam Cedar, I choose you. Exactly what? That Ethan Klein is a coward for not showing up, or that he's looks worse than Steven, or that I don't know. Thanks, Pete, by the way. So that's all I have for the playlist so far. Actually, that's all I'm going to include for the playlist, since I'm not going to add anything else, really. If Crowder's a coward, why aren't they pointing out the fact that Ethan is also a coward? I know. I do have screenshots of Ethan's sycophants ratio, or harassing basically Steven on his video. mean, looking at this subjectively, of course, Ethan doesn't look any better. It's not going to matter, though. Ethan's more popular, so he's the winner by default. Such annoying 13-year-old edgelords. Speaking of edgelords, obviously, our favorite edgelord, Hunter Avalon, talked about this. Ugh. Steven Crowder ambushed by H3H3. Well, this was interesting. Make sure you watch before you comment and assume my position. Well, given your recent tactics, Hunter, it's really obvious to tell what you're going to say and where you're going to side on. It's baffling to me how Crowder fans heard Steven's rant after Cedar showed up and still think still don't think he's a master jerk and a grifter. Oh, all conservatives are grifters. I'm only gonna call them grifters if they're conservative. Conservative means grifter. Debate him and with a decent moderator who will do their job properly. It'll be brilliant. Sam did end up taking his glasses off for Crowder during his show for the rest of the day. Wait for the next day. Oh, the next day. No, 'tis no sin to cheat the devil. Check his unedited version. It's pretty telling. I wish H didn't clickbait with the debate because it's literally how conversation happened. Funny thing about this is the fact that Crowder himself did the same thing to Cenk Uygur, so he literally can't take what he dishes out. Cenk can't even debate. These people defend such weird, obnoxious people. So there's about 400 comments. So yeah, let's just take a look at a few more. WT, I agree. He turned into a social justice warrior. That's what happened. To be honest, the bad optics of ambushing him were completely worth it. Seems like a calculated risk. Could have been bad if Crowder handled it better, but he hung himself accidentally, admitting he was so scared of Sam Cedar that he monitors the show, which also revealed that he lied about the reason for rescheduling the debate for the last possible second a week prior. Hey, you negotiate a fight with someone, don't expect to bring a ringer. If you bring your older brother to fight your battles, you lose those battles. I agree, Kenny G. This reminds me of a strange, masculine-driven version of The View. Instead of women screeching, it's these people. It's crazy to think I used to watch this guy. Who, Crowder or Avalone? I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna assume Crowder. Zero. It gives us right zero ammunition. The fact that Steven Crowder ducked out of 2 debates with Sam Cedar said he's too popular for Sam Cedar, even though he'll debate college kids and willing to debate Ethan, who's a drama channel, zero political background, has never done a debate. Ethan said he would agree to the debate, you sycophant. He essentially will pick on people who are lower in the political spectrum, political totem pole, education-wise. No, that's not true. I'm sure that's not true either, because and that's the reason he debated college kids too, is because they were getting an education. As Ethan just wanted to level the playing field as he did, he showed up that Crowder was prepared for an uneven debate. It's not that he was scared to take an actual serious debate with someone that's more educated than he is, so no, the right now has zero ammunition. Yeah, because of just one person. As leftists and liberals like to say, it's just one person. That doesn't define, or that it shouldn't mean that the right has zero ammunition. You're just trying to get Crowder. Apparently, Crowder has done this to many journalists in the past. This is a good counter in their defense. Crowder's version of the video shows his face a bit more at the start. Thing is, I love Ethan and Crowder really deserve this. You're not right-leaning. You are not right-leaning. You're just one of Ethan's fanboys, and you're lying when you say you're right, meaning, I'm with Ethan. This would be the equivalent of Hunter getting challenged by a debate by a flat earther, saying no multiple times because they didn't understand the geology enough to debate the topic, and getting this YouTube channel raided and harassed by flat earthers. I think Ethan's a protector. Oh. Again, you're not looking at this objectively. Glad you're taking a non-hypocritical. Glad you're taking a non-hypocritical stance since you've run from actual justice warrior. Yeah, a few people on Hunter's comments, they mentioned that Hunter basically pulled a Steven Crowder, quote unquote, pulled a Steven Crowder a few times. One of them being actual justice warrior. I never said I was going to debate AGW. I've said no from the start, so there's no running involved, chump. It was basically a prank. I don't think they actually expected Crowder to debate Sam. Sam, you're a stand-up comic, even though we can't find any footage of you online. I'm not a stand-up comic. Oh, well, that explains everything I found online isn't funny. Sam Cedar's not a leftist. He's just a liberal. Doesn't matter. Sam Cedar doesn't seem to be very factual at all. So I was just thinking about this in the past few days. Looking at it objectively, it actually would suck for Sam Cedar that he's only going to be known as the guy that, quote unquote, Steven Crowder ran away from cowardly. Because that's not something I want to be known for. I don't want to be known for the reasons someone else is made fun of, whether they're my political opponent or not. Alright, let's take a break from this and look at chat. He doesn't debate college kids, he has conversations. Plus, anyone can sit down and talk to him and change my minds. Basically, that is another good thing to point out. Only way Crowder can save face now is to debate Cedar ASAP and do well. Otherwise, he's long term not having his career ruined. It's based on a lie. That's why you debate people. If you think something someone is saying is biased and a lie, then disprove it. You aren't meant to disagree with somebody. Being more in the center, I hate both sides because of how it is. It's really entertaining, though, not gonna lie. The Velveteen Rabbit and the Pigpen jokes not landing at all. God, he's not funny. I don't know what that's referring to. I don't think it was a debate tactic. It was more of a prank. Ethan never wanted to debate Crowder and Klein. His debate request for a while. Then Ethan came up with this idea and accepted the debate. My take is that Ethan betrayed an agreement, which is wrong, and also harmed left-right discourse through the scheme. At the same time, Crowder should have taken on the Cedar dude. Crowder should have taken on the Cedar dude, even though Cedar is known to be a dishonest who mostly debates the frame out of context. Seaman should have just gone with it as he seemed weak, even though it's understandable why no one wants to debate that guy. I haven't watched Crowder since like 2016, since I found him annoying, and I'm one of those anti-woke retards. Yeah, this is one of the only guys. Crowder was such a coward. Going to anti-right wing because being anti-SJW isn't as popular anymore is pretty bogus. Extraordinary biased take, really. Basically. I'm a Crowder fan, however, I thought the ambush was funny and super disrespectful. I feel like neither party won, but Crowder couldn't have lost either way. Ethan really mind-effed him by pretending to care about Stephen's wife and getting to know him only to ambush him and really show what a piece of ass he can really be. Crowder was caught off guard really bad, and he should have expected. Crowder's interrupting Sam Cedar, comparing Steven Crowder showing up to a public Thank You event specifically to troll him, not the same as switching positions with someone to debate. You're just as honest as him. Making these apples to comparisons, or Hunter. This is ridiculous internet drama. This is such ridiculous internet drama. Dude, no. This does not make Ethan a coward. He didn't agree to debate, then back out or something. That's exactly what he did. He straight up admitted that he isn't smart enough to debate politics right away. Crowder knew, and knew Crowder was just trying to get an easy win. He knew Crowder had been avoiding Sam for years, and just because conservatives make a point about them doing something unfairly doesn't mean it's invalid. They play dirty constantly, kind of like you just did by denying that, denying that Ethan did exactly what he did. It's fake squirming. He literally called what was going to happen minutes before, and it's not surprising that he keeps tabs on others who run through your show a few minutes. To be honest, I didn't care, or I didn't know who Sam Cedar was until this train wreck. He did the whole Velveteen Rabbit Eyes is something used against Jewish people. The whole Velveteen Rabbit Eyes is something used against Jewish people because of the stereotype of Jews having black beady eyes. It may be a coincidence that Sam is Jewish, by the way the joke is specifically. I wonder how this guy would feel about H3H3 or Ethan Klein saying N-word, F-word, wah wah wah. Jews are depicted as having beady algorithm-friendly anti-Semitism by Peter. I didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, that's another thing that Ethan's fanboys mention is that, Steven Crowder was anti-Semitic, even though Ethan Klein said 2 words you can't say on YouTube. Lol, but that's not May. Alright, so Steven's team turned Sam's volume all the way down so the audience couldn't hear him. I used to listen to Hunter, now I don't. Someone's like he did change sides. The best way Crowder could have handled this is by bringing Keemstar. That would have been funny, actually. Ethan would have 1,000% ran away from him after that. But, of course, Crowder didn't try thinking of that. In the inaudible portions where they argue, tended to believe Hunter is a part of their podcast and somehow makes it better than already is. Nah. That's just lazy. I disagree the technique is an issue given Crowder's past content. Respect your opinion. Major 40s soaked down stuff. I think you'll like it. Steven Crowder is 3 times more entertaining. First of all, it was said that Ethan and Sam would debate. I mean, Crowder. Watch that ended on Crowder's page. H3 made it look like Crowder was hiding. And this doesn't mean. I'm not really a fan of how whenever Sam Cedar talks about Israel, his fans start commenting about all Jewish people are guilty of what Israel is doing and are a pathetic loser. Evil loser for calling me an anti-Semitic because I know more than about what anti-Semitism is. Anti-Semitism happens every time. This doesn't mean A3 actually is still reactionary. I guess. Crowder was shook. I wouldn't care at the time about anyone. I enjoy watching. H3 is responsible for trying to find someone who can actually argue the point. This was an absolute win on all fronts, and I don't understand where your criticism stemmed from. This just shows how weak-minded and pathetic Crowder is. Little Hunter talking about ducking debates, yet ducks HAW to challenge his ideas. Just kind of like cowardly of H3. I don't get how you're trying to spin this as he ambushed Crowder. If Crowder had been smart, in other words, he acted like someone other than himself, he could have. I guess we're reading all this. If he stayed calm, not tried to weak A insults or drowning everyone in the insane word diarrhea, but instead even acknowledged Sam Cedar. Kept talking to H3, calmly repeating, "This is not the goal. You promised me one thing, and you've gone back on your word. I'll let the other guys talk and throw insults and been the civil one. Then you could have really made the other guy look scummy. It was really just. This is nothing, and Hunter's right that this is really low blow. People remember the third quarter, the things they remember." You should check the unedited version, it's really telling. It's a classic. Bully behavior, permanent aggression. I don't really feel bad about this. Even if it's unethical. This is what Crowder does. You can't complain about not being prepared for Cedar when, one, he actually says right before this happened, he expected Cedar to show up. He debates college freshmen who don't have any time to prepare for him. Heck, Crowder has an entire series where he goes and confronts people who talk S about him on the internet so he can shame them publicly. So for me, Crowder doesn't get to debate or confront people who aren't prepared for him and then cry being bombarded. If anyone says Stephen ducked the position, ducks Politicon, they've never gone to Politicon. They literally say, it's literally just say, hey, we got all these people to agree, well, you too, and they lie. They didn't get everyone they said they did. It's a way to get people to accept invitations they otherwise might not have, by saying you're the last person we need to confirm. "'Tis no sin to cheat the devil." Oh, I'm so edgy. I can call Steven Crowder evil and the devil. And I think this is the most liked comment from an Ethan fanboy. Funny thing is, the fact that Crowder himself did the same thing to Cenk Uygur, so he literally can't take what he dishes out. Everyone knows Ethan is a dumb and doesn't know jack about politics. He says he should still at least have some conviction of the stupid S he says. Oh, I missed this. I never heard of Cedar before all this. I heard of him a few times. Sucks that he's getting popularity now. Half of your staff doesn't like you. It's funny because I used to watch Crowder. Though he cheated his own staff, I thought to myself, I don't want to work for this a-hole. What do you think of Steven's comments about Red Link? Comment for the algorithm. I just peed in my basement. Well, I didn't expect that. This is a blessed moment when we got watching Steven Crowder get a taste of his own medicine. Comment for the algorithm. This comment will be ignored. I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of hype if Hunter was going to debate someone in Discord and Ben Shapiro. Shabibo calls him joined out of nowhere. Why would Crowder want to debate Ethan when he literally admitted he isn't smart? Why would you debate an idiot? Ethan isn't a political commentator. Why would Steven Crowder want such an easy win? Because Ethan agreed to debate. Well, I have to say what Ethan did was the same weaselly, cowardly thing you would do, Hunter. Only difference is he was hiding behind Sam Cedar, not Bosch. That's a good point, too. Hunter, I've seen you and never subbed. I believe you've been the most... Hunter... Calling Hunter... his analysis the most fair assessments is mind-bogglingly stupid and disingenuous. You have one less subscriber than me, therefore your opinion is invalid. Ah, I already lost my place. Oh, here it is. Seeing the build of how it unfolded, I just wanted to provide some context. Stephen Crowder challenged E3H to debate, saying Ethan accepted he would never talk about him again, so Ethan accepted that's why the DM was from Ethan first. Now the narrative switched to Ethan challenged Stephen to debate and then tricked him. And of course, Stephen Crowder's running with it, but it's a straight up lie. Either Crowder's audience is running with a lie or they're too stupid to remember what he said on his own show last week. Crowder also lied about trying to get E3H on his show back when Ethan was doing anti-SJW content. Crowder pretended to not know who Ethan was until a couple weeks ago, but Ethan said to Crowder, nah, this is just bias to. Crowder went to SXSW, the whole sole intent of trolling check. There was no debate. I really didn't think Ethan looked too bad here at all. Now Crowder's audience would think he won regardless. Crowder's still a disingenuous piece nonetheless. He represents himself like someone who's ready to debate anyone peed out. And this is like a lot of internet blood sports. A3 is the legend for this organization. How they pre-recorded Sam's first half that day. I totally agree. It was hilarious to see. Ethan did agree. So it's deceptive, baby Ethan. I don't think he cared. This is one of the least. I don't know. This guy makes fun of everyone, I guess, in this situation. Lol, Crowder getting on so hilarious. Dude is such a coward. I don't think Stephen was nervous at all. Stephen actually said he wouldn't be amazed if Ethan tried something to weasel out of his way. The ambush was warranted. The debate shouldn't be different if the topics are being discussed. Crowder was already talking about all these topics when he thought Ethan knew debating is no skill he has. Then why did he agree? Why does Stephen pretend to be a comedian? I doubt conservatives even find it funny. They actually do. The ad hominem attacks on both sides are pointless. They brought nothing to the table, and both sides look foolish. If you want to watch the clip in its entirety, you'll see that during the sound check, Stephen does believe Ethan will dunk him. The moment Sam Cedar showed up, that was more sarcasm than it was nervousness. It's a bit disingenuous from you, Mr. Avalon. I like this guy. With Invaders in. We're gonna give this guy a. Oh well, Crowder's done it before. If I were Crowder, I'd invest in nice wool socks. Oh my god, this is such a cringy insult. If I were Crowder, I would invest in some nice wool socks to help with those cold feet. Oh, I'm so edgy. Ethan was deceptive. Crowder's dishonest. Crowder fan. I thought the ambush was funny. It's kind of like ordering a pizza and being delivered a bag of goldfish. Incredibly based and that's so cringe. Liberal saying based is like, how you doing, fellow kids? Voice cracks. Totally agree with him. Carter has been talking us for years. It would be a dirty move looking for the fact that so you're saying it's. Here's the translation. It would be a dirty move if it was anyone else other than some right-wing neo-Nazi I was told to hate. I agree that Ethan was deceptive. From an optics standpoint, I don't know. Ethan looked bad too. Crowder has no problem ambushing a check during a live. Sam ended up taking his glasses off for Crowder. who legitimately thought Ethan would debate Steven like he didn't actually come to politics. They keep saying that Ethan's not into politics, like that's not an argument. It's not an excuse. They got him. Ethan was the MVP. For me, I never could have kept a straight face knowing the ambush was coming. Do I agree with what Ethan did? Yes, because Steven Crowder tried to pull this as well. Translation. Do I agree with what Ethan did? Yes, because I'm one of his fanboys who will always say he did no wrong. If the right wing wants to bully people who don't debate politics and basically spend their lives in a perpetual bad faith towards the other side, they shouldn't be surprised or bully so loosely. I mean, it's still hilarious that he was ambushed. There basically are no winners here, like Richard Bacchus says. This is hilarious to watch. Sam Cedar. Chowder's worst effing nightmare. I'm not surprised Crowder has so many haters. I'm generally surprised Ethan has so many followers. He's one of the most intolerable people on YT. I'd rather watch Gazi Konzo. And his sycophants are some of the worst. I mean, I thought D'Angelo Wallace and Big Joel had some of the worst sycophants. I guess Ethan Klein does too. Actually, that reminds me. I was actually arguing with someone who claimed not to be an Ethan Klein fan, basically mocking Stephen for using the word woman as an insult. And then I told this guy that Ethan Klein said N-word, F-word, and he said, oh, well, that was in the past. And then he called me, someone else joined, and that person called me a conservative bootlicker, and the guy I was arguing originally, he called me a Crowder simp, even though at that point I'd already said I don't want Crowder, and he called me a Crowder simp again, and when I proved that I wasn't, when I reminded him that I said that I don't even watch Stephen, he deleted all his comments, because I ended it by saying, you claim not to be an Ethan fan, or you accuse me of being a Crowder simp, yet here you are. And then he deleted all his comments, so I can't even remember what was said, or pull it up. Actually, I think it should still be in my notifications. Stephen Crowder is the most cowardly political figure on YouTube. Changed my mind. Hunter used to be good. Get woke, go broke. Sam Cedar's trash, and so is Crowder. I don't watch H3H3, so I don't know if they're equipped to have a political debate or not. If they aren't, I can see why they'd ambush Crowder. Yeah, because you wouldn't run if Fuentes or AJW jumped you on stream, right? Basically. What Ethan did was actually dishonest, yet you're shaming Crowder. Haha. I don't take any side here, just here for the entire S-Fest. Pizza Duper. I'm liking his comment just because his name and comment are both funny. Cold Feet Crowder living up to his name. He's Cold Feet Crowder, he won't debate him. Ethan agreed to the debate. Crowder the coward got a taste of his own medicine. Oh no, I feel sorry for him. Do I agree with the switch? Ethan pulled on the debate. No, I feel it's unethical and sportsmanlike. Do I love how Crowder got squirmed, panicked, and so rattled that he could only throw out sad schoolyard insults instead of proceed an actual debate? Absolutely effing lutely. I relish every second of it because I'm one of Ethan's fangirls. I can assume she's a girl. She has girl in her username. Kick A word girl. Kick A word count girl 27. So in other words, you do agree that Ethan pulled out of the debate. Also, 27. You have 27 in your username, yet you act like you're 2 years and 7 months old. Surprise attack on the corner side. Stephen anticipated something like this would happen. Cover with Crowder. If people are tired of Crowder being called a coward, tell them to debate Sam Cedar already and be a man. I thought feminists hated saying be a man. So Steven Crowder said Sam Cedar's nobody with only 1 million subs, but at the same time, Crowder admitted he tuned into Sam Cedar's show. How curious. Choose one or the other, Crowder. Steven deserves this. Does Hunter check the comments? Yeah, he does, as we saw earlier. Oh, it was so hilarious. Right-wingers being hypocrites now. Oh, Ethan hid behind Sam, while Crowder hid behind his co-host when Sam appeared. As much as I dislike Steven Crowder, H3H3 is a real slime, basically. Let's see another reaction to this. What a glorious moment. And I'm already down to the last few comments. This says first. So Crowder doesn't debate people with less than 1 million subscribers, yet debates unprepared 20-year-old college students? That's such a lazy argument. Oh, hi, Keeve. Oh, you're still on the road. I had to get gas. And then you do Poker Pierce's face. So here's the original video, in case you want to argue some of Ethan's fanboys and Hunter's fanboys. No problem, Keeve. You're fine. Again, they are debates. Have these tards even watched to change my mind? Of course they haven't. They just want to call Steven these. You know what's funny is that one of the complaints is that Steven called Sam schoolyard insults. Yet that's all you saw from Ethan's fanboys. And that was especially seen in Hunter's chat, since they try to be as edgy as Hunter. People are such hypocrites. Hey, the useless cook. Oh, there's only 15 minutes until Minion starts. Sanguine's hosting. since it is Wednesday and nobody commented in chat just yet. Oh, the Useless Rebel's gonna be on there. Yeah, I was thinking Dork, mind your manners, young man. I feel bad for Sanguine sometimes because he doesn't actually get a whole lot of views. So before I oh, smile emoticon. So before I end this stream, I want to end it on. So there's this one guy I discovered somehow yesterday night. His name is Comrade Wintry. An analysis on Steven Crowder. Read a pinned comment for timestamps. I'm going to post a link to his stream in the chat. Comrade Wintry. I was basically the only one on his stream. I was the only one who commented on his stream, and he and I just had a back and forth conversation about how we both look at this situation objectively. And yeah, that was actually one of the most honest conversations that I had. I don't know, because I never heard of this guy before. I just found him while scrolling through recent Steven Crowder last hour on the YouTube algorithm thingy. And yeah, I was just telling him that I'm not defending Steven. I don't even watch him. And I was just making fun of how absurd Ethan's fanboys are. And then I made a funny pun because he said, I don't remember what he said exactly. He said he was something about being more inclined to not side with Ethan. And then I posted in chat, you'd be more inclined not to side Ethan. Lol, nice. What the whole mention about the interaction being so civil and honest. Actually, I kind of implied that it was civil anyway. Let's just take a look at this real quick. Oops. I didn't mean to. Wait, what did I just do now? Okay, there we go. I accidentally X'd the tab. Alright. What was his name again? Comrade Wintry. Alright. So let's screen share just one last time. An analysis on Steven Crowder. Read a pinned comment for timestamps. Alright. So let's see how he described the timestamps. As you can see, I gave that a like. Oh, it got 7 views. That's awesome. Timestamp for the video 0. Intro and addressing the actual Sam Cedar and Stephen Crowder situation. 6:30. The actual analysis of Stephen Crowder. 20:39. Reading chat and elaborating more on the same Cedar situation. I'm sure that was a typo. Probably autocorrect or something. Talking about my channel, what content I plan on making. 52:24. What I want to be, and my issue on other commentary channels. An hour, 61 minutes and 45 seconds. Why I want to be somewhat objective in my videos. 74:48 outro. So yeah, you can check that out if you want. I'm gonna get going since Minions at the Zoo is gonna start in about 10 minutes. Post a link for that in chat. I will see you guys in a bit. In chat. Take care. Bye. Thanks, everyone.